If there's one thing I love, it's a really good boomer shooter. Those pixelated 90s first-person shooters will always hold a special place in my heart. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And yes, I am very aware that the Nintendo Switch 2 could get announced any day now. Alright, let's be honest, who knows when the that's going to happen. So while we are all patiently waiting for the release of the Nintendo Switch 2, I thought it might be kind of fun to list my personal favorite top 10 boomer shooters on the Nintendo Switch, because, I mean, everybody loves a top 10 list, right?
Not everybody.
And the best part is all these games, except for one, have a physical release. So there's some good news for a change. Alright, so with all that out of the way, let's get into it. Let's start things off with Project Warlock. This retro-style first-person shooter, inspired by classic games like Hexen and Heretic, combines fast-paced action with pixel art graphics and modern gameplay elements. You take the role of a mysterious warlock, tasked with battling through 60 levels spread across 5 distinct worlds, filled with demons, monsters, and challenging bosses. The game features an arsenal of weapons, magical spells, and upgradable abilities, allowing players to customize their playstyle. If you're a fan of games like Heretic, I think you'll enjoy this one. It's currently $14.99 on the Switch eShop, and it frequently goes on sale. There's also a physical copy from Super Rare Games, but that one will run you anywhere from $75 to $100.
I never asked for this. Oh wait, I did.
At number 9 is Power Slave Exhumed. This remastered version of the 1996 first-person shooter, developed by Lobotomy Software, is set in an ancient Egyptian-themed world where players assume the role of a special forces operative sent to investigate a mysterious alien invasion in the city of Karnak. This is essentially a Metroidvania-style first-person shooter with lots of platforming and backtracking, all while battling alien creatures and solving puzzles. The remastered version adds enhanced visuals, widescreen support, modern controls, and other quality-of-life improvements while still remaining faithful to the original. It's currently $20 on the Switch eShop, and a physical copy from Limited Run Games can cost between $50 and $75. I'll be honest, I knew absolutely nothing about Warhammer prior to playing this game. Thankfully, you don't need a lot of backstory to get into this one. Warhammer Boltgun is heavily inspired by Doom, which is a good thing. Basically, you're a space marine on a mission to purge chaos forces. Boltgun combines pixel art with modern lighting effects to deliver a nostalgic experience. The titular Boltgun is especially satisfying to use. It's currently $21.99 on the Switch eShop, and physical copies have gone up since I purchased mine for $20. Now it goes for around $50.
For the Emperor! Only in death does duty end.
At number 7 is Duke Nukem 3D 20th Anniversary World Tour, the only game on this list without a physical release, which hopefully will change soon. This remastered edition of the classic 1996 shooter celebrates the game's legacy with enhanced visuals, updated audio, and new content. The story really isn't important here, but what is important is how amazing this remaster is. World Tour includes all original episodes plus a brand new 5th episode created by the original designers. And thankfully this remaster runs and plays fantastic on the Switch. It's currently $9.99 on the Switch eShop, but it's frequently on sale for $5 or less, so you don't have any reason not to buy it.
I could do this all day.
Coming in at number 6 is Ion Fury. Built on the classic build engine, Ion Fury pays homage to Duke Nukem 3D in both look and feel. You take on the role of Shelley Bombshell Harrison, battling the evil cyber cult leader Dr. Jadis Heskel and his army of cybernetic soldiers. The game is long, and the difficulty is high even on lower levels. Don't expect to beat this one in one day. The levels are huge and all rendered in detailed pixel art. Replayability is also high because of the many secrets hidden throughout the levels that will take hours to 100%. If you're a fan of Duke Nukem 3D, Ion Fury is a must-own. A digital copy will set you back $24.99, while a physical copy is usually between $30 and $40. I was first told about Proteus by 8-Bit Glitch 79, and somehow it had slipped under my radar. Man, am I glad he mentioned it. The game's story isn't its strong point, but the bloody action is. Proteus isn't shy about being a Doom clone, but still feels unique in its own way. Oh, and did I mention it's bloody? Holy shit! The game is a little shorter than others on this list, but still a must-own. Thankfully, there's a ton of extras, including multiplayer and community-crafted levels to keep it coming back. It's currently $24.99 on the Switch eShop, and physical copies have gone up and are now close to $60. At number 4 is Dusk. This Quake-inspired shooter has you battling cult members and satanic goats in this dark, rural world. The game is legitimately creepy, and I'll admit to reacting to some jump scares. The low-poly graphics really give this game a unique look, very similar to an evil Minecraft. The heavy metal soundtrack and unsettling sound design add to the disturbing atmosphere of this game. I cannot recommend this game enough, and I cannot wait for Dusk 2, hopefully on the Nintendo Switch 2. Download a physical copy on the eShop for $19.99 or pick up a physical copy from $50 to $60. What more can be said about these two games that hasn't already been said? Do we even know how many games Doom 1 and 2 have inspired, and how many more they will in the future? The good news is the Switch versions play just as fast and smooth as the versions on other platforms. Even better, the new enhanced versions for the Switch are even better than the previous releases and are free if you've already purchased Doom 1 and 2 on the eShop. Either way, these games are amazing and always cheap, so there should be no excuse not to own them. Physical copies range from $30 to $60 depending on the version you buy. At number 2 is Quake, the groundbreaking first-person shooter developed by id Software that introduced true 3D graphics and a dark gothic atmosphere filled with Lovecraftian monsters and sci-fi elements. Renowned for its multiplayer modes, Quake set new standards for the first-person shooter genre and remains a classic in gaming history. Again, this Switch remaster looks and plays incredible, and with so many extras, it never gets old. I used to play this on the Sega Saturn, and I thought it was cool back then. Comparing it to this remaster, it's practically unplayable. On sale, it's one of the best values in gaming. Physical copies from limited run games usually run from $30 to $50. So before we get to number 1, let's check out a couple of honorable mentions that didn't make the list. Nightmare Reaper is often called a looter shooter as opposed to a boomer shooter. While there's no denying its resemblance to 90s first-person shooters, it didn't make the cut due to its roguelite and RPG elements. The digital version is $29.99 and the physical version runs between $60 and $80. Doom 64 has divided people for years. Some people call it the real Doom 3, while others say it's deviated too much from what made the original games iconic. I call the Switch remaster awesome, and the only reason it didn't make the list is because it's so similar to Doom 1 and 2. If you've only played Doom 64 on the Nintendo 64, you owe it to yourself to check this one out, especially when it's on sale for $5 or less. A physical version will set you back between $35 and $50. Coming in at number 1 is probably no surprise. Quake 2 Remastered was one of my favorite games of 2023, and the fact that I paid $4.99 for it seems criminal. It's that good. It's so different from Quake, but yet so similar. This is one of the best remasters I have ever played, and the fact that the Switch port is a preferred console to play it on is a testament to Night Dive Studios. Once you finish the base game, all the expansions, as well as the new campaign Call of the Machine, you can spend the rest of your life playing multiplayer with cross-play support. I mean, as long as servers are still up and running. They even included a remaster of Quake 2 64, so you never have to go back and play that port ever again. Digital copies of this epic game range from $5 to $10, while a physical copy runs between $50 and $60. Alright, so there you go. That is my list for my personal favorite top 10 boomer shooters on the Nintendo Switch. Hopefully you saw one you weren't familiar with that caught your eye, and maybe you'll check it out and actually enjoy it. What I want to know from you is, what are your favorite boomer shooters on the Nintendo Switch? Are there any good ones that I wasn't aware of that I might have left out? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And as always, if you enjoyed the video or you learned something, make sure to hit that thumbs up and turn on that notification bell so you know when I upload videos like this one. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.